Hello everybody and welcome to No Guns Life episode 15 anime review. In this week's episode we found out what was up with Victor, what was up with that. Mary got a cool bit to do, but most of the stuff was the Victor stuff, and we ended on a bit of a cliffhanger. But pretty much the whole episode was the Victor stuff, which kind of sucks because I wanted to know more about what the hell's going on with Tetsuro. They left that off in an interesting place. Want to know what's going on there, but no, this episode mostly just dealt with Victor, and I didn't quite see the backstory coming. When he started explaining it, yeah, I got it, but beforehand, I had no idea what was going on. But anyway, let's crack on with the episode, see exactly how everything went down. Let's do this. We start with a brief flashback of little Mary with Victor. She was always with him. Victor found where he belonged. Mary wants to say that she found where she belonged. However, Victor is trying to kill them all right now. So that's not good. Victor, she theorizes Victor shouldn't be able to use the centipede again because it would be too much stress on his subbrain. So basically, he's got a cooldown he's got to do basically in video game terms. Then they fight for a bit. Juzo and Victor, they have a brief scrap. And then some what do you call them? Like not mannequins. The empty bodies, basically. They're being remote controlled by Victor. So now Juzo is outnumbered. However, he can knock them away. But if he doesn't smash them, they're going to keep getting back up, So there's that. He gets shocked on the back because Victor has dismantle hands. He touches you, he tears you apart. That's what he does. It's kind of in his name, the Dismantler Man. He then puts a hand in Juzo, like properly, like in his chest, and starts rooting around in there, which is kind of creepy. Looking for something, wonder what that's up. Reveals that Juzo is called the Brethren Killer. I presume he killed the other Gunslave units is why. I don't think they actually state that. Have they stated that in Season 1? I can't remember that. That was far too long ago. But yeah. Then he starts pulling Juzo apart, like pulling like little things out of him. Pretty creepy. And Mary is pretty distraught by this because this Victor ain't the Victor she grew up with. It's like he's a completely different person. More on that later. So yeah, then she launches boob rockets. You remember how she suddenly got bigger boobs? And I was like, why did they do that? She shoved the rocket launcher in them, I guess. And that's beautiful, is the only thing we can say to that. And then in the ensuing melee, Juzo loses an arm. But in doing so, he gets close enough to Victor to where his gun head is pointed right at him. Mary gets the trigger. She's got the thing on the back of his head. Blasts Victor's head clean off, like the whole top part of his body. Just gone. There's a giant laser beam. Everyone probably saw where they were at this point. But hey, Victor's pretty dead. And before they can mourn too long, Lefty shows up, the hand, remember, he's fine. And turns out, he's the real Victor. What? Yeah, the other guy wasn't the real Victor. The body was just is the body that the other Victor was using. So there's two Victors. It makes more sense when they explain it, but at this point I was like, oh, so they cloned you? Or, like, what? It's a fake you? I was really confused. Thankfully, though, real Victor, we'll call him. Real Victor. I was going to say Richter, but that's, no. It's actually a name. If it's actually a name, you can't use it. Real Victor is going to give us his explanation. He asks them to destroy the shadow he created. What does that mean? Well, it sounds like it's something out of Persona 4, but no, it's not quite. It's, basically, he became a war engineer, right? His whole research, I guess, was making the remote control thing feasible. Parallel subbrain project where you have two brains and two subbrains to mimic each side of the brain. Didn't work, this project. It was a failure. It got the funding cut or whatever. And here's why, basically. He was the test subject for the project. Got zapped out to a body in the actual war, and see exactly what his research was doing. Nobody was saved. His research, because he wanted to help people, but no, actually it's just helping kill people, and that's not what he wanted. And then when he got back to his body, I guess, the building was burning down because, listen to this, a second version of him in his subbrain, right, hijacked the body basically and burnt the place down. This second version of him is sort of born of his shock and horror at what, you know, was going on in the war. So it's all like his negative feelings is like the second Victor. Hence why he thinks no extends should exist, because he thinks they can only bring bad things and stuff. Which of course that's not what he thinks. He's like, yeah, they do bad things, but they can still bring good things too. But this one is like all the negative aspects put into one, you know, that's what the evil Victor is. Evictor. Evictor. Evictor? Let's go with that. That's a good one. And yeah, then he says they'll find out where the real body is soon enough. And I'm like, okay, but you could just say where it is. Like, now I'm starting to think it's something super suspicious, like bloody Tetsuro is Victor. No, I don't think it's Tetsuro, but that would be wild. That'd be really wild. So yeah, that's that. They got to find the real body. Please destroy the sub-brain, he says. He still thinks extensions can help people, as I said. He's getting cut off. He's, you know, he's losing connection because the other one's coming back. Juzo says, God damn it, I'm going to get my pay, you know. So basically saying, I'm going to help you and do all your jobs because you haven't paid me yet and I can't let you die before you pay me. Basically, Juzo being a nice guy but trying to sound a hard ass about it is basically what that was going on right there. Then Juzo gets shot out of literally nowhere. And who shot him and then, you know, had Mary at gunpoint? It's that EMS dude. I didn't write his name down. The dickhead one. He shows up and it's like, I can't let you see his body or something. Maybe he didn't say exactly that. Something to that effect. So I'm going to assume the EMS might know where the body is, or at least this dickhead, maybe. But yeah, that's where we ended the episode. Curious to see where we go from here. You know, it's we got a lot of play things we could do. We didn't even touch on the Tetsuro stuff, as I said. The Victor stuff, will we get this? I hope we get this done in the season, because I'm not interested enough to go read the manga, which sounds a bit harsh, but that's the way it is. I'm liking what I'm watching, but I don't care quite enough to go and read the manga. But I'm enjoying it. I think, I've said before, I think No Guns Life's underrated. I think the rating's really low. I think it's a lot better than you know, than what its rating would suggest, which, am I the weirdo here? Am I the weirdo? That's the real question. But yeah, God, this review feels really, really quick. But, I mean, I went through everything that happened. Like, I can't think of much that happened. Victor's backstory was interesting. Like, seeing the second... Seeing the fact there's two Victors. Will they somehow get second Victor back? Probably not. Second Victor to be a good guy, I should say. Probably not. He's probably gonna die. But original Victor, hopefully they get him back at some point. Although I've got a sneaking suspicion they might get him back and then he's gonna die straight away. I don't know why I've got that suspicion, but I can see it. If that makes sense. Probably not. Anyway, let's end this shebang right here. Thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff. For more reviews, that would help me out a lot. Thank you very much. I will see you next week for another episode of this. Take care, and bye guys.